Let's see. All right, the next question is, what am I like off stage? It's funny because I just did a talk today during a sacred service. And I was just talking about this because it's really what you see is what you get. So, on stage, spontaneous, and in my life, I'm somewhat spontaneous. Structured, and yet somewhat structured in my regular life. You could think I dress really, nice, maybe on a Sunday service that I'm doing. Not nice as in perfect and tie and all that, but decent, decent looking stuff. And to me, it's the same stuff I wear every day, but not literally. I dress for comfort. So when I'm going to be up and teaching all day Sunday, I like baggy clothes because it's comfortable. So my little baggy, some people call it blousey, shirts. But during the day, every day of the week, I wear swim trunks and a t-shirt. It could be snowing and I'm in swim trunks and a t-shirt. Comfortable. My hair's in a ponytail. I don't try to look a certain way. I don't try to, have any airs about me or anything like that. I just like casual. There's parts of me in day-to-day life that are very intense, very focused. My schedule is busy beyond imagination. I've had people come to me and say, what, can we get together? Can I chat with you here? And if I say something like, well, unfortunately I'm really busy. Don't have any time this week or today or tomorrow, whatever. They get offended and say, well, I'm busy too. It's weird. Then don't bring it up, man. But people don't understand, how busy my schedule is. It's somewhat crazy. Even, especially when I'm on tour, people think you're going on vacation. When I'm on tour, I've had tours, many of my tours, where I've had 10, 12, 14 sessions. That's when they were an hour each in a day. That means no breaks, not even breaking to pee, because everything's got to happen right now, and there's one after another. And there's only so many hours in the day, so you don't want to go into midnight, So it starts first thing in the morning and ends late at night. So that's how my life was for many years, and it's eased a little bit in terms of how I do my schedules. But when I go on tour, there's private sessions. I love helping people, so to me it's giving back. It's giving back to me, but it's also giving to others and helping others. People would say, why don't you go on, and some people, if they want something from me especially, they get mad that I can't give them more time, and that's just their agendas, unfortunately, but my life is what it is. And so when I've gone on tour, people think, oh, when you went to Australia, did you see this? When you went to Hawaii, did you see that? I see just hotel rooms, and I go to the centers and I teach. I go back to my hotel room, session, one after another. I'm not trying to bemoan this or get pity. I'm just saying it's how the schedule is. So how is my life off stage? There's no off. It's just me, whether I'm on or off stage. Stage is just an environment. I'm focused. A lot of the time I'm focused on work or whatever's happening. Somebody that wants casual time, they might be confused by that. Gosh, he's seeming so focused, because for me, there's a lot going on and a lot needed and people asking things. So whether I'm working as a spiritual leader, same thing. Fun, laughter, spontaneity, but also intuition, inspiration, and so on. It's the same as what I do when I'm teaching on stage, when I'm in a private session. Some environments are slightly more relaxed than others, of course, but I'm just trying to be helpful in whatever moments. And so that's how it is. So how am I? It's the same, more or less. Honestly, maybe more than most people you would know, go between such drastic worlds as something totally spiritual and then totally human. To me, they're not contrasted that far. They're more like here, just slightly moving. People, celebrities, there's one life they have, and then there's completely a different life. It doesn't feel that way for me. This is who I am. I believe these things. I'm always going to think deeply. It's me. And, I've had, there's times when I have friends, but usually not many. And for various reasons, time doesn't allow. I've had a couple friends that parted ways because I couldn't give them more time. And I don't blame them at all. It's kind of a bummer, but it is. They knew that, and it's who I am. And also, there's, if I'm going to have friendships, those that I had and or have, the conversations are typically deep. Yeah, sometimes playful, because there's also that. I'm also that on stage and not on stage. Playful, enjoying and being silly, jokes and whatever. But I'm not crude on stage. I'm not crude off stage. I typically, and even all the way back to school, high school, was never really the crude type. I never really had too much vulgarity. I had my own playful comments, that I would make, but I never was really one for intense vulgarity. Never one to be one of the guys that sometimes, is insensitive to gals. I always felt a little conscientious and felt, almost a compassion for some of the things that people were going through, males or females, but especially females. So I never really was one to be, gross. I'm sure I've made mistakes somewhere along the line, but never really gross. So not too vulgar on or off stage, a little bit playful, silly, spontaneous. I like to be generous on stage or off stage. Vulnerable on or off. Used to be where there were more rules about staying a certain image on stage that were imposed on me or other teachers. But in the last 10, 15 years, I just became more and more myself. I was always that way, but even more so. Being able to say, look, I've been here and there too, being able to share, the best and the worst of life for myself, my life. And I think it is what it is, it's nice. I think a lot of people seem to appreciate it. So hopefully that answers that.